Good evening, everyone, and welcome to digiMAX Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker along with Randy McGool. Randy, Metamora comes into tonight, another conference opponent that's a little bit different than anybody who's really played so far in the conference. They're a little bit smaller, they're scrappy. They got a big win over Rock Island, a very good 4A team. And, you know, it's not going to be an easy game tonight. We look at them, they don't look big, they don't look intimidating, but they can shoot.
And you know, Dunlap comes in here at 5-9. But they've been in a lot of close games, you know. So that record, they could just as easy be 9-5 the way they play. So you know, Coach Julius does a great job with these guys since he's been on staff there. I mean, he's got these guys playing tough defense, scrappy. You know, they don't give up. They're going to give us, you know, the whole 32 minutes tonight. No question about it.
Yeah, you know, they had probably potentially a very good middle line team coming into the season, not knowing that Max Sutter was going to leave and go to Alabama.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and then also the Bergen kid. You know, his dad got a job over there in Indiana as an assistant coach, and so that's two big pieces of the puzzle for them. You know, football, but also in basketball. Those are two key guys really for the whole school. You know,
for sure. And you know, they've had a couple other kids that have kind of moved away too over the years. I can't think offhand which ones they were, but this is a very good group, and they've got talent coming in with their sophomore team. Now, our sophomores kind of took care of business tonight, but we've got probably a little extraordinary sophomore. So.
Oh yeah, and sophomore class was crazy. You know, just again our youth when you talk about it. But yeah, I mean, this team's going to get gritty, and you know, knowing Coach Julius, he's going to have something for us here that, you know, it'll be a surprise. Is all I can say.
While we take a timeout, when we come back, we'll talk to the Redbird head coach. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dave. Coach, another big game for you here tonight.
Yeah, another home game. It's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a nice crowd. Going to be probably a loud crowd. Got the band here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the best crowd we've had all year, I think.
Probably so. But you come into tonight, you're 13-5, and your team's starting to play some pretty good basketball. It was a rough weekend last week. East Joy was very good. They went down to St. Joe's, played a very good Muhammad football team. But got the win. That showed a lot of guts.
Yeah, definitely. We were losing most of that game, too. Had a good second half. Came back out the lead and never looked back.
Coach, you know, Dunlap comes in here. You know, Max Sutter's not here. The team looks a little different than it was last year. Who are the key guys we got to watch? What are we going to see from these guys tonight?
Guard Ryder Renette had a really good game in here last year, if you remember, on senior night.
Yeah.
Freshman really played really well. So I would expect him to be very aggressive tonight. Number 23, solid player inside. He's got really good touch. We watched him for a few years. Really good touch around the basket. Does a good job for them. Kind of their inside guy. They don't have a lot of size. They got a couple guys that can shoot the ball, a couple guys that can get to the basket. They got a little bit, but scrappy guys that play hard.
Coach, you know, your team playing a lot, I think a lot better here. At each and every game, it seems like they get a little bit better and playing pretty well. And I think that goes kind of like in stride with the fact that Brady Jones has really started to kind of take control of the lane and the inside game for him. He's playing really, really well.
Yeah, we talked about what you guys said in the last game at Muhammad. Like, Brady, you wouldn't go and Scott Kerker. Do it every time down, right? Like, go to the screen, get the small guy on you, and go to work. So get better and better at that every game out. You know, it's kind of a new thing for him, being one of the most guy on the team. So, and the same for Sam. So they're learning. It's been big steps, but they're getting there.
Coach, good luck tonight. Bring home a W.
Thanks so much.
All right,
we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about keys to tonight's game.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
Germantown Grill, where our staff loves the game as much as you do. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever your sport, we'll be cheering right along as we serve up your hometown favorites. We've got everything you need to celebrate the wins. Food and flavors to satisfy any craving. Plus, the best private gaming around, powered by Gold Rush Gaming, the gold standard in video gaming. Only at Germantown Grill in Germantown Hills.
Welcome to Kaufman Wellness Center.
I have struggled with back pain for many years. I've only had 7 decompression treatments, but I have already seen a huge improvement.
Throughout working and sports injuries and that type of thing, my body's been abused for well over 50 years, and Dr. Kaufman has kept me to where I could continue to work. I had had carpal tunnel, and once we started the laser light, that tingling and numbness was alleviated.
At Kaufman Wellness Center, your journey to wellness starts here.
From storefronts to civic landmarks, Martin Sign Service brings your message to life. As a full-service sign and graphics provider, we manage every detail from design to permitting, fabrication, and installation. Precision craftsmanship on every sign, every time. Channel letters, pylon, and digital message signs that stand out day and night. In business for over 65 years, our expert team delivers every project on time and on budget. Martin Sign Service, trusted for quality, committed to your brand. Contact us today for a free quote on your next project.
Welcome back to Metamora. We got about 8.5 minutes till tip-off. Guys, I think the key for Metamora every game the rest of this year, I think we've got to get off to a fast start. We can't continue to come from behind to win. It was a good ball club, and I think sometimes it'll just take a little while to get going.
Yeah, you know, that's part of our youth. You know, again, I know we're not supposed to say that, but I got to throw that out, you know. But you're right. I mean, you get a team in your gym, they get a little confident, you know, and this team's well coached. They're gritty. You know, they get a lead on you, it's going to be tough. So, yeah, you got to start out. You got to make it happen right off the bat.
Yeah, and I feel like Metamora is pretty good at getting off this fast lead, early lead here at home. You know, this right-hand basket over here, not sure my true direction, but this right-hand basket we've been pretty good at all season.
Well, they say that was the looser of the two. Yeah, we saw Cam Beekman get a putback dunk on that rim tonight. But you're right, we played really well. Second quarter's been very friendly to Metamora.
Yeah, you know, and we tend to shoot a little better here at home. You know, especially on the road, it seems like the first half, our shot just has not fallen for us. Here, you know, we start out right away, we're comfortable. You know, all these guys in the lineup can hit the three-point shot, and so that just seems to give us a lift, it seems like, at home, you know.
Yeah, it's good when 1 through 5 can shoot the three, you know. There's no hesitation from Brady Jones or tonight Zach Bourne. If Zach Bourne's would work on that three-pointer, they would come in here early, we're getting stuff set up. He's shooting threes, you know, even though his game's kind of that run that little low post there and just kind of get the garbage point, so to speak. But it's
Gavin Geyer will be out tonight with an injury, so looks like Zach Bourne will get the start. That's fine. You know, that's the good thing about having pretty good depth. You know, if a guy goes down, inevitably that always happens. It's good to have some depth. We're as deep as we've been all year, or at least the last 12, 15 years.
For sure. I mean, especially at the guard position. But you're right. You put Zach Bourne out there, you know, to start the game. I start thinking press, you know, or like maybe a little zone defense with a, you know, like a little 3-2 with Zach on top. just with his energy and his length and, getting deflections, getting in the passing lane, things like that. He just brings a different type of energy, defensively when you're out there,
Yeah, we've said it earlier in the season, when Zach's out there, it's almost like there's 2 of them. So we're starting this game 6-on-5. Advantage Metamora.
I love it. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think the school song's probably coming up here pretty quick, but it's nice to have a home game. We don't get too many home games. We have, I think this year, we have 14. That's the most we've had in, I don't know, a long time.
Good scheduling by Coach and the AD, right? Give Jared a little credit for that.
Jared
nailing that down.
Job.
Yeah, it does. Looks like we should have a little bit of advantage here height-wise. Going to the school song here with the cheerleaders.
Dunlap kept back onto the field, or onto the court. And Metamora now comes on too. So, Coach was talking about the other night, the fact that Gavin Geyer works hard. That's the gritty guy that we have in the enforcer, gets all the garbage, rebounds, buckets. That's going to have to kind of be Zach Horn. He kind of does that, but does it in a different way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, for sure. Defensively, but also when I think about, Geyer, I think about he's the guy against the zone that gets in that high post. And, it's so critical to get that ball in the high post, let the defense collapse around you, take what they give you, then also you're kicking it back out, backdoor cuts and things like that. So he's like our little kind of point guard almost, you know what I mean, against that zone to really break things down for us. So if they put some zone, that'll somebody else is going to have to go and step in and really take over that role. Geyer being such a skilled passer, sees the floor so well. So you're right, it's just a little different feel, but different opportunities come with that different feel,
And I will say, I was looking forward to the Geyer versus Gibbs matchup. Those two are pretty good buddies. They play baseball together, I know, and their games match up really, really close. I see Gibbs as their Gavin Geyer in my mind, kind of the guy to get in the middle and pass off of it. Got that nice little touch that Coach Dave mentioned, so both we can't see that matchup, but I'm confident in what we got out there with Zach Horn.
Both named Gavin. Both of them are named Gavin.
That's right.
So yeah, Gavin Gibbs at 6'3", that's the third tallest guy here. Then you got a sophomore, 0, Thatcher Lee, 6'7" center. I don't know how much time he'll get.
Well, he might get a lot of time because he didn't play in the sophomore game.
He played a little bit, I think. I think he played a little bit.
Okay, so he may, he's going to be their inside. I didn't realize that when I first looked at the lineup. Usually you don't see the tallest guy as the first guy listed there on the roster. Then you got another 6'4" guy here, number 15, Collins Cook, a 6'4", 190 junior. So they've got a couple guys that have some height, Yeah. But yeah, what Coach James said about their guard, this Renette.
Ryder Renette, yep. He was good. He had like 26 or 27 points against us last year.
Oh my goodness, that was here in our gym, and I mean, he couldn't miss last year, so I kind of have flashbacks to that, and it, almost like nightmares, because we could not stop him. We did not have an answer for him while we were here, so it'll be interesting to see how well he plays. Somehow he likes his gym. Maybe he's been AAU practices here or something. I don't know, but he's awful comfortable in our environment. You know what I mean?
That's when they had Max Sutter take a little attention off of him, though. So no Max Sutter tonight, but we'll see what he can do still.
Yeah, for
Get
sure.
ready for the national anthem and the starting lineup. Turn it over to Gary Baranowski, PA announcer.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Metamora High School for tonight's varsity Mid-Atlantic Conference matchup between the visiting Eagles of Dunlap High School and your Metamora Redbirds. At this time, we ask you to please stand and face the flag as you are able, as the Metamora Redbirds lead us in the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets and rockets the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Mayor. Tonight's game is conducted under the regulations of the Illinois High School Association and the Mid-Atlantic Conference. As always, we encourage players and fans to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout this game, no matter your personal feelings and loyalty. Thank you as always in advance for your cooperation. Once again tonight, we have a chance to highlight the future of Metamora basketball. With us tonight is the 5th grade NYSA boys team, sporting a record of 30 wins and 2 losses this year, 30-2. Let's meet them tonight. First up, number 0, Dominic Griffith. Number 2, Jeter Wooden. Number 3, Anderson Taylor. Number 5, William Gardner. Number 11, Charlie Ballard. Number 15, Kane Younger. Number 21, Micah Richards. Number 30, Nolan Burkett. Number 34, Aiden Gibson. And number 44, Dale Wiegel. And the coaches this year, Randy Tepke, Tony Woodman, Dan Ballard, Mike Richards, and Kyle Gibson. Let's hear for the NYSA 5th grade basketball team. Once again, 30 wins of the year. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in a few years. Our officials for tonight's game, T.J. Cunningham, Ron King, Eric Lanes.
Well, a little bit of a surprise in the starting lineup. No Ryder Winnett.
Yeah, that's absolutely shocking. I agree. So, you know,
maybe he's been sick.
Yeah, absolutely. So they start a sophomore and 3 juniors and a senior here. And they go 6'4", 6'3", 6 foot, 6'1", 6 foot. So
Marvin Short, his dad's the head coach at Manual.
Yes, had a really nice career at Manual. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Jones controls the tip, gets it back to Vasquez. Dunlap starts out the man-to-man defense. Brady Jones down to Bourne.
Oh, what a pass by Jones.
Redbirds start out the full court press here, a little 2-2-1. Zach Bourne in the lineup, I wouldn't expect anything less.
No.
Busey gets out the passing lane, gets the ball up to Bourne. Saved by to Vasquez.
And then we throw it away.
That's Gibbs in the lane. Dunlap playing a tight man defense here. Busey for 3.
Good.
Rebound gets knocked out of bounds. Metamora ball. Dunlap is a full court man here. Busey for 3. Long rebound. Controlled by Dunlap. Scott with the recovery. Busey thought about the 3, gets into the lane, and they call for steps. Dunlap to inbound. Ball off of Dunlap, out of bounds.
There's that press. It just must be very annoying if you're the team trying to break it.
Well, you're speeding them up and you're making them make passes that they don't want to make, and you know that's just Chris did his job, right?
And now Dunlap's going to take a timeout. You know, you're a minute and you're 2 minutes into the game. And they've already taken a timeout. Well, that's their first turnover, but they struggled a little bit. I think we set them up where they don't want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're just getting them places in the floor that they don't want to be. You know, a lot of times you break that press by getting into the middle of the floor. The press kind of collapses as you work the outside. You kind of try to get an easy layup. So, you know, when someone presses you like that, Scott, you want to break it, and you want to make them pay for the press, take it off. Now my guys can play a little more under control. I can get to where I want to be on the floor. So that press just takes the team out of what they want to do, you know. But here's Dunlap now. Again, full court man.
Redbirds come across the timeline.
Brady Jones with the cut. Gets fouled. They get to the line to shoot 2.
That's a really nice cut to the basket. We've got to be so good at that here the last few weeks.
Yeah, I love the delivery there. Kind of the overhead pass. You know, instead of that little bounce pass in the lane that the guards can get to, you throw it up to a guy like Brady Jones who has the athleticism to go up, catch, and finish.
Yep.
That's excellent work by the Redbird offense.
Connect.
Jones with the block. Goes out of bounds off Dunlap. Redbird ball.
Nice job by Logan Vasquez. We kind of shield the Dunlap player from trying to recover that ball.
Yeah, Jones must have blocked that off one of the Dunlap players. You can see it on the backside. But there's that bounce pass, that slow bounce pass we talked about. Dangerous pass to make. Brady Jones from Bourne. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You can't let.
He kind of went three-quarter court all the way down the court.
Yeah, you got to stop the ball. You can't let him go down Main Street like that. And get called with a travel. It'll be a turnover. Dunlap to inbound. Busey with the rebound. Over to Vasquez. Now to Koch for three. Good! Tell you what, Scotty, these guys are having a good time. It's like an AAU game out here, you know?
This is right up Zach Bourne's alley.
Koch with the tip and recovery. To Busey. Gets in the lane. Rebound bounces to Koch. Vasquez for three. A little strong. Busey tips it up. Still in the air. Jones with it. Dunlap recovers. Gibbs just picks up a little late Christmas present there. Gets the deuce.
Yep.
Bourne drives down the lane and just get the ball on the floor quick enough,
yeah.
You know? With Dunlap the inbound, and now number one, Ryder Renette checks into the game. Sophomore, 5'10", who had a great game against Metamora here last year. So, interesting to see what he'll do on the floor here. Jordan for three. It's good. Koch gets it up to Jones. Gets picked by Gibbs. Gibbs on the run. Backs the rim. High off the glass. Up to Jones. Now the Dunlap press is kind of speeding us up a little bit here, Scott.
Those are just, crazy turnovers that we normally don't make.
Backdoor cut. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Vasquez for a hold. So Dunlap to inbound underneath their own hoop here. Vasquez controls the rebound. Up to Busey. Back up to Vasquez. A lot of contact. No call. Vasquez to Bourne. For the deuce. It's for three. And they're going to call offensive against, it goes against Ryder Renette. So he must have pushed off of Vasquez there, off ball foul.
Yeah, and I didn't see that. It must have happened.
Yeah, I got caught ball watching a little bit, so. Now the referee is clarifying something here with Vasquez. Not sure what that was about. Dunlap, a little diamond in one here, looks like. Maybe 1-2-2. Ball goes down to Bourne. Reverse layup. Let's go.
I think that was supposed to be blocked.
Yeah, something didn't look right there. Scott with the block, but he gets called.
Is that a foul, maybe?
Oh, he reported 24. It's got to be 22 if it's Scott.
Yeah, we don't have a 22.
I don't know. Yeah, he's searching for. There he goes. Okay, now he's got 22. But yeah, there could have been some contact there with the body, and you know, both players moving pretty fast. Sometimes as an official, you protect the shooter. You know, that goes against cops. You know what I mean? So tough call there. But at the end of the day, you got to stay in front of your guy.
Yeah.
You know, if he stays in front of him, he doesn't give him that alley to the lane. So, you know, that's where you want to be defensively.
So that gives Dunlap a 1-point lead again.
Ball goes up to Jones. Now to Bourne. Out to Vasquez. Again, Dunlap, you know, they got some fresh bodies in here and there. Now they double team Vasquez. Ball goes to Jones, now to Koch. Koch recovers and puts the layup in. Nice job by Koch to maintain concentration there when the ball got tipped away.
Oh, I thought they were going to call him for a travel.
The ball got tipped up and then he kind of reloaded there. Busey with a tip, goes to Dunlap. Shot goes off. Yeah, well, it goes up against the scoreboard there. The
clock.
Yeah, the clock. So out of bounds to Metamora. Now Gibbs checks back in.
Metamora will probably work it down for one shot. There's 32 seconds. Colin Morrison comes in. He'll replace Jones.
Dunlap still in the full court man here. Coach Julius from Dunlap, I think, just wanting a high energy performance from his guys. And they're giving everything. Now the ball gets tipped away. It's Burnett. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Koch. That'll be his second. And Dunlap to inbound. And Taylor now comes off the bench, replacing Koch. And yeah, with Koch at 2 in the first quarter, that's going to set him down for a little bit. Vasquez doing a nice job there, trying to get a 5-second call. Burnett for 3, long. And now they're going to give a flop warning here to Ryder Renette on the 3-point shot. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Redbirds up 18-17 here in an up-paced game.
We'll take some time to hear from our sponsors.
Kerrigan's Pub, serving drinkable happiness since 2000. Commerce Bank. Commerce Bank is proud to support the Metamora Redbirds. Easy Mortgage. Mortgage Matt and the Easy Mortgage team are here to
It'll be Dunlap ball to start this second quarter. Redbirds up by 1, 18-17.
We just heard the announcements there about Hall of Famers, Scotty. That's going to be you, buddy. Congratulations, Scott Kerker.
His black's already up out there.
Love it. Taylor with the rebound, gets it to Bourne. Over to Morrison for the layup. And I don't know if he was going to Busey in the corner or going to Morrison, but hey, both of those options look pretty good to me.
And Morrison was cut to the basket. It's a good catch.
Yeah, outstanding. Gibbs attacks the rim, gets down to the block, puts it up and in. Oh, he's tough. He's a tough matchup down there.
Yeah.
Dunlap looking to double team a little bit up here. Morrison out to Vasquez. To Morrison in the corner for three. Busey now for three. Couple good looks there.
Yeah, they did.
Baseline jumper rebounded by Taylor. Taylor now knows he's going to get trapped. Backs off. Nice job. They get out to Vasquez for three. A little too strong. Gets his own rebound. Gets in the lane. Out to Busey for three. Good. Wow. Nice job by Logan Vasquez getting the ball where it needed to go.
Cam Beekman up off the Redbird bench. He'll come in the next dead ball.
Steal by Taylor to Bourne. Gets the ball over to Vasquez for the layup. Redbirds take a 6-point lead here. Busey now tips it away, gets the steal. The Busey layup doesn't go. A little bit of contact there, no whistle. Taylor with the rebound. Redbirds on the move.
I didn't even see him down low like that.
Busey now drives the lane, gets it over to Bourne.
And good.
Finishes the layup. They go to the line with the old-fashioned three-point play.
What a feed by Busey, though.
Tell you, this game being, playing at the pace, you're really seeing, how the Redbird team, that they love this fast pace. You know what I mean? As the game gets faster, it seems like our guys get more comfortable out there, Scott.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cam Beekman comes in.
Ball gets tipped up. Taylor recovers and falls on a bounce. It appears to be some contact. Hard to see from our angle here, but a lot of fans are asking for some reconsideration here, but Dunlap to inbound. Gibbs drives the lane against Beekman, puts it up and in. Gibbs is tough, and he gets in there and he just kind of waits until the timing's right to make his jump and finish. He's a tough kid down in the paint. Ball goes into Beekman. Back to Vasquez. Now into Morrison. Ball gets knocked away. Gibbs for three. He was pretty comfortable in our gym, Scott. Gibbs now has 13 for Dunlap. Leads all scorers. Jones in the paint.
Oh!
And they will call an offensive foul on Brady Jones, and that's tough, you know. But he was in there against Jordan, and that's really all Jordan could do. You know what I mean? If Jones turns to the other way, finishes with his left hand, Marvin Jordan's not stopping that. First personal on Jones, and now they're calling that a tip, but it really wasn't. Taylor with the rebound. He's on the run. Ball gets knocked away. Could go out of bounds off the Dunlap. It'd be Metamora to inbound. Tim Koch checks into the game. He replaces Taylor. Taylor did a nice job with the defensive boards and is active. And now we have a substitution here from Dunlap. That's going to be number 5, Kendall Farmer, 6'1" junior. He'll replace Blake Mishner, 5'10" junior. That's with his double team. Gets the ball to Morrison in the corner for Jones for 3. Long rebound. Jones gets his own rebound. Gets it over to Beekman. Beekman gets blocked by Gibbs, and now Gibbs sends the ball high off the
And he just
court.
got teed up.
And I'll tell you what, Scott, I've been there before.
Oh, yeah.
We were up playing 8th grade. We were playing up in Harvard, Illinois, way up by the Wisconsin border. And we had like a 20-point lead in the first half. The second half, they tied it up. And I was a little frustrated, and I set the ball up to the Raptors. And
They frown on that.
same result. Yeah, the refs don't like that. Beekman to shoot 2.
Oh, got it.
Gets the favorable roll.
Gets the second. And now Logan Vasquez will get to shoot the free throws for the technical. This could be a 6-point, 7-point trip.
Yeah. You feel for Gibbs. I mean, he's a competitor, wants to play hard, just got frustrated there, and, has a weak moment and cost his team. I got to believe he's going to work twice as hard to try to make up,
And he missed them both.
So Redbirds to inbound. Now Zach Bourne checks in for Beekman. Redbirds with a 5-point lead here with 3:21 to go in the half. Vasquez gets double team, sends the ball down to Bourne. Now to Morrison for 3. Long rebound goes to Zach Bourne. Gets it out to Koch for 3. Rebound long goes to Brady Jones. Oh, tries to kick it out to Vasquez and just weren't in sync there. So nice job for the Redbirds though to get on the offensive glass there. That's Farmer with the layup. Cuts the lead to 3. Brady Jones wide open on the backdoor cut.
Nice find by Morrison to get him.
Nice offense there. High percentage look. Morrison with the tip, 2-on-1. Dunlap now on the run here. Marvin Jordan in the lane. Little floater goes, and that cuts the lead down to 3. 2:10 here in the half. And was that Dunlap timeout?
Yep.
I got to believe they're going to continue with the press here and try to tighten things up at half, before half. Well, Scott, we got ourselves an up-paced game here, I got to believe the Dunlap coach is happy with his team's effort so far. I mean, they've done a great job of defense. They're trying to double team the ball right now. They're trying to create some turnovers and some easy layups and things. But we seem to be getting out of it, but they are speeding us up a little bit, you know.
So when you went through the results of their game, were most of their wins or most of their losses close losses?
Yeah, a lot of close games. Absolutely. I think East Peoria and maybe Morton are the two teams that, you know, had 15, 20-point games, but everybody else is really close. Again, full court in here. And the ball gets knocked away and recovered, and now Jordan's going to pick up the foul against Vasquez.
He's awfully quick.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are really getting after it defensively. Cover up the back door that time. Scott puts it out to Vasquez. Over to Jones. Hands it off for Vasquez. Drives baseline to Bourne.
Good. That's 9.
That's fantastic basketball there. Nice little cut down the lane by Bourne. Excellent pass by Vasquez. The delivery was nice and high. Bourne could go right up with it. And that's Greg Busey just kind of reached in and knocked the ball against his foot. Created a turnover.
Yeah.
Nice job by Busey. Jones sets a screen for Koch and gets double teamed, and now he gets hit across the arm. That's going to go against goes against number 3, Jackson Steffen, 6-foot senior guard. And that's their 5th foul, so that'll send Sam Koch to the line to shoot 2.
First one's up and good. Six-point lead for Metamora. That's a hard fought 6-point lead, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking up on that board, you know, Sam Koch, I think, with 6 points, and Zach Bourne in double digits, has 10 points here in the first half. Ball goes out of bounds to the Redbirds.
Morrison will come back into the Redbird lineup to replace Sam Koch.
Fortunate missed layup there, but that bounce pass was just too slow. Brady Jones comes in.
We're missing too many
Layup
layups.
won't go.
How many layups have we missed?
Yeah, we're just in a hurry. We're just in a little bit of a hurry. You got to concentrate, slow down, go high off the backboard.
Good foul. That's only our second team foul.
Yep, Burnett gets fouled. 3 seconds on the clock. Gives the defense a chance to reset here. And now Gibbs is going to check in for Dunlap. And he replaces number 10, Holden Lee. Dunlap to inbound.
Oh, he traveled,
and
yeah.
travel. Redbirds will have a chance here with 1.9 and a half. And now a couple subs here. Got Thatcher Leaves comes in, replaces Gibbs. That's the 6'7" sophomore. Morrison throws the ball up to Bourne, who just inbounds it. And with a half a second, it's going to be Dunlap ball.
It's on this baseline, 'cause that's where he went out of bounds, right?
Yeah, yeah. Coach Julius is looking at the clock thinking, hey, they're going to add some on here. I don't know if we don't have the replay opportunity here like they do college and pros. So, oh, they do. They put a half a second back on the clock, so we're back up to 1 second. So that's a dribble and a shot. Long pass. It's intercepted by Busey, who takes the shot.
Oh.
Gets it close. So that'll bring us to halftime. Redbirds 34, Dunlap 28.
thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, Midwest Building Systems, a family-owned company serving Central Illinois for 30-plus years. Call Midwest for all your building needs.
What sets Snyder Village apart from other retirement living options? With a campus of over 40 acres, Snyder Village is a life plan community, offering several levels of care at one convenient location. From independent living to assisted living to skilled nursing, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Snyder Village is a faith-based community, providing for the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of others. As a nonprofit organization, Snyder Village offers a local touch. Come see why people call Snyder Village home. Visit SnyderVillage.com.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today.
Edward Jones, this is Shirley speaking. How may I help you? Oh, hey Neil, how are you? How was the trip?
With nearly 7 million investors,
Right here. Hold on one second.
you'd expect us to have a highly skilled call center.
Kevin, Neil Hawley's on line 1.
Okay, great. And we do. It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
Welcome to Kaufman Wellness Center. Our spinal decompression therapy helps alleviate pain and promote healing.
I had severe lower back pain. Dr. Kaufman, he suggested spinal decompression, and it has worked wonders.
At Kaufman Wellness Center, your journey to wellness starts here.
101. You can do it. 102. We're not going to give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are going to be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're going to need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today. Contact Greg Harmon for an auto quote today.
Welcome back to Metamora. Redbirds took that 5-point lead, or 6-point lead into the halftime locker room. They'll get the ball to start the second half, so Metamora's going to have to come out and match that intensity. I thought Dunlap came out, it reminded me a little bit of East Durham, the intensity that they came out with.
Yeah, I mean, they're guarding, right at half court. They're right on us. They're double teaming up there. Just trying to get us to throw us off our rhythm, speed us up a little bit, and it's worked. It's worked a little bit. We've had a few turnovers, a few travels, missed layups, so the little things. We just have to slow down, get our composure, focus, when we get in there, and we're going to be okay here, Scott. It's awful difficult to maintain that type of intensity defensively for a full 32 minutes,
Yeah, for sure, it is. The Metamora will come out with their starting lineup. Koch will inbound it for Metamora.
Vasquez guarded by Marvin Jordan. Jones gets double teamed, gets it over to Vasquez now to Koch. So Dunlap is really looking to double team here. And they get two guys near the ball. Vasquez gets in the lane, kicks it out to Busey for three. A little strong, gives it the rebound for Dunlap.
Still a good look.
Yeah, great look. That's we get those the whole second half. We're going to do real well here. Gibbs gets down the lane. Falls in. Gibbs got 15 now for Dunlap. Vasquez to Jones for the dunk. Love to see Jones get up like that.
I love how he attacked the basket too. That was nice.
Yeah, love to see him finish it strong. Gibbs drives the lane, kicks it out for three. Dunlap with the rebound. Dunlap running a little flex cut here, a little backside screen. Gibbs now at the free throw line. Nice job by Bourne to wall up on him. Little backdoor cut by Jordan. Doesn't go. Jones with the rebound on the run. Little contact. Ball goes off. Metamora out of bounds to Dunlap.
And I thought he had the angle. If he'd have kept that dribble, I think he'd have had maybe another dunk.
Yeah, he's got to push that out in front of him. He just kind of backed off a little bit. Got tangled up. High screen by Gibbs. Bourne comes up, hedges nicely. In the lane, that's Farmer with the finish. Jones, nice screen. And now they're going to call Vasquez for the carry. It'll be Dunlap ball. Vasquez took a lot of contact there, and he's wobbling a little bit. Trying to walk off that ankle. And now Morris is going to come off the bench and replace Vasquez. He took a hit down here.
Yeah, he did.
Ball goes into Gibbs. Gets doubled. Gibbs gets in the lane. Kicks it out. Three-pointer. Gibbs with the rebound. Down on the block. High off the glass. Koch now collects it. Gets double teamed. Gets out of the double team. Up to Busey. to Koch and gets stripped out of bounds. It'll be Metamora to inbound. Ball goes into Morrison. To Busey. Thought about the three, now to Koch. Won't go for him, gets his own rebound. Out to Jones, over to Busey. In the paint. Bourne now. Just won't go, there's a lid on that rim and knocked out of bounds to Metamora.
We've been attacking the boards so pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing a great job on the offensive boards here. Morrison now, over to Bourne, back to Morrison, drives the baseline, over to Busey, who finishes and gets fouled, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Wow. Nice job by the Redbirds to just stay with it down here and play gritty, Scott.
Boy, that's for sure. That was a gritty basket there. This whole possession, you're right. It's been a gritty possession.
Yeah, just battle of will down here. Long, and Jordan runs down the rebound for Dunlap. Gibbs against Bourne. Bourne with the deflection. It'll be Dunlap ball. And Bourne and Gibbs is a heck of a matchup here.
For sure. Gibbs with 15 points, you know.
Yeah, I didn't realize how shifty he was. He's shifty on the perimeter and does a really nice, does a double screen trying to set up the three-pointer. They try to get the ball down to Gibbs and gets deflected. And Koch now on the run, gets knocked away. Dunlap now on the run. In the paint, Gibbs left open. He's got 17 now, cuts the lead to 4. Bourne now gets it. Against Gibbs, drives baseline, finishes with the left hand. Wow. Nice drive by Zach Bourne. Finished by Farmer down the lane.
He's long.
He's tough, yeah. Busey gets down the lane. The left hand.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, when they're putting pressure on you up there, sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. Busey just takes it right at the pressure and comes out with the layup.
And he's got a quiet 10 points.
Gibbs in the lane. Busey with the rebound. Nice job, and he kind of collected it. Now ball gets knocked away from Busey.
Why do we keep trying? We keep dribbling ourselves into trouble. I mean,
Busey's going to get called for the foul here. Yeah, you know, when you're going up the middle like that, you know, there's so much traffic. You've really got to be deliberate to find some space. But you know, they call that a wolf, Scotty. You know, guys running down the floor, gets it out from behind. You guys got to have your teammate yell wolf at you, so you know somebody's coming. You can get out of that center lane. But you know, with a gym like this, it's tough to hear.
Looks like Vasquez is up off the Redbird bench, and that's a good sign.
Redbird playing some nice man defense, just trying to keep him in front of him. Jordan drives, finishes with the left hand. Ball goes all the way up to Brady Jones, who throws it down.
Whoa.
With the one-handed dunk.
That's a great job by Brady Jones, man. And that's a good timeout by Coach Davey. We needed a little bit of a break.
Yeah, great job looking up the floor. You know, sometimes you get so busy on the front side of the press, you know, you're fighting all those guys. just looking up and delivering that pass. I mean, he was wide open at the backside of that press. That's what you want to do. You want to make him pay for pressing you. You know what I mean? You want to punish the press.
Redbirds go back out in front by 6 points, and that's, you know, it's been a battle.
It really has. I mean, everything's been really contested, you know. Redbirds come out in a three-quarter man. Morrison guarding Jordan. Vasquez back into the lineup. Tip out of bounds by Morrison. Dunlap to inbound.
Farmer comes back into the Eagle lineup.
Yeah, Jordan's a tough guy. You just got to stay in front of him. You know, once he gets by, there's the three-point attempt. That's a go over.
That's over the back.
Burnett with the push over the back.
Dunlap foul right over net is second. Team second.
Full court man here by Dunlap. I got to believe they're going to look to double team when they get the chance. And they do. Got to throw it over the ball. Ball gets deflected, and Dunlap recovers. Now the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to call a block. That ball kind of slipped out of his hand on the way up. So I don't know. That's going to be an inbound. They didn't call it on the shot. And that's an interesting call. Dunlap to inbound. Ball goes up to Jordan. Started by Morrison. Burnett gets it for three.
He cans it.
We don't want to see that too much more. Koch now dribbles between two. Controls it to Morrison.
We need a bucket.
Ball goes to Bourne. And doesn't finish. Dunlap with the rebound. Ball gets blocked out of bounds. Back off the Dunlap player. It'll be Metamora ball.
What a defensive play. Was that Bourne that blocked that?
That was, I thought that was Koch and Morrison.
Okay.
Both kind of swarmed to the ball there. But, you know, initially it wasn't good defense. He got beat to the lane. So the recovery, though, was excellent. Brady Jones sets the screen on Jordan. Ball goes up to Bourne, gets tipped. Dunlap recovers.
They're getting their hands on so many passes.
Yeah, a lot of deflections in this game. Tells you the level of defense that's being played here. Nice job by Morrison to get there for a net. You know, he's got the green light. Farmer gets down the lane and finishes with the right hand. Cuts the lead to one. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Koch with the ball. It's to Morrison for three. High rebound, Koch skies and doesn't finish. That brings us to the end of the third. Redbirds up by one, 44 to 43.
Take some time for our sponsors.
Hanover's Pub, your favorite food and drinks every time you visit. Kirby Foods. Be sure to check out their signature Kirby items in the deli and meat departments. Mason Funeral Homes, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbirds. Thank you to our halftime sponsor, Merrill Lynch, local faces with big company resources. Sue's Place. Win or lose, there's always
back
Sue's.
to Metamora. It'll be Dunlap ball to start the fourth quarter. Redbirds clean to that 1-point lead.
And yeah, defensively, Jordan and Farmer just been kind of knifing their way to the rim here. We've got to stay in front of those guys. And then, Gibbs is just crafty from all over the court. So we got to get stops, but offensively just have to continue to stay focused and concentrate and finish down in there. That ball gets deflected and tipped, and Dunlap's playing good. Here's Gibbs. Kicks it out. It'll be Metamora ball. Big break for the Redbirds here.
That was good defense because as soon as he spun, there was Morrison waiting for him.
Yeah, we had help there. Absolutely.
I don't think he realized that he was that close to him.
Vasquez guarded by Renette. Picks up a screen from Jones. Horn. Vasquez for three. Woo. Gibbs with the rebound for Dunlap. It's a good look. Gibbs now guarded by Bourne. Up high. 3-point attempt by Dunlap. Rebounded by Koch. Ball gets out to Morrison. To Jones.
Yeah, that was
finishes.
Beautiful.
Nice work.
A 3-point lead seems like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
A little bit of breathing room.
Gibbs is wheeling and dealing out top of the circle. Gets down in the lane and finishes. Boy, he's tough. Gibbs now with 19 for Dunlap. Bourne gets it out to Jones. Rolls out of traffic. Gets it out to Morrison.
We got to get a bucket here.
Morrison to Jones. Drives baseline. And he gives the charge. So that'll be a turnover. Second foul on Jones. Busey now checks into the lineup. He replaces Jones. Jones will sit down with 12 points. Busey comes back in with 10. Is Bourne with 10 as well. Gibbs now gets it up. Busey with the rebound, gets it out to Koch. Vasquez in the corner, reverses it to Busey. Drives baseline to Vasquez, now down to Koch. Koch gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Nice job by the Redbirds just to continue to reverse the ball, work their angles. They had a couple nice little inside-out looks, something we haven't seen as much lately, Scott. And they didn't develop into three-point shots, but I love the idea of driving, drawing two, and kicking the ball out for an open three.
Come on, Sam. Need those. I thought that was a nice post-up, too, by Sam.
Yeah, he used his body well and kind of knifed in there. Marvin Jordan returns to the lineup for Dunlap. He replaces Jackson Steffen.
Gets the second.
Koch puts the Birds up by 2 here with 5:40 to go in the fourth. Dunlap being awful patient here on offense.
Playing some pretty solid defense.
Yeah. Not forcing anything. Kind of running a little flex cut offense. Farmer wheels the deal, gets into the lane. High. High floater goes for him. That ties things up at 47. Gosh. Gets fouled by Renette.
Is that 3 on him?
Yeah, that'll be 3 on Renette. Steffen replaces Mishner for Dunlap. Ball goes into Vasquez, over to Busey. Back to Koch for 3. Doesn't go. Bourne in there battling for the rebound. Can't secure it.
They have a chance to take their first lead.
Ball goes down to Gibbs. The layup doesn't fall. Koch now got him on the run. Good job. To Morrison. Gets in the lane. Good job. Puts it up. Great job using his pivot to free himself up. Nice finish by Morrison. Down low in the paint. Gibbs against Bourne. Nice job by Zach Bourne just to stay in front of him. Gibbs drives down the lane. Finishes high off the glass. He's a ton tonight. 21 points for Gibbs.
Why are we having so many problems hanging onto the ball, Randy?
Yeah, we're trying to dribble through pressure. We're trying to dribble through 2 guys. It's tough. You know, when you got 2 guys on you, somebody's open. You got to find them. It's all tied up here with 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Get past Renette. Farmer now guarded by Busey. Again, Dunlap being awful patient. Farmer now drives down. Busey reaches in. He'll get called for the foul. And that'll bring Farmer to the line. 2-2.
Give them a chance to take their first lead of the game, Randy.
Yeah, that's, Dunlap's running an awful patient offense here and kind of attacking when they clear out the block down there. Farmer now with 13 for Dunlap. He's had a nice game.
And nothing but net on both of them.
It's been both. Gives Dunlap a 2-point lead. Dunlap still in the full court man press. Bourne gets it out to Morrison. Thought about the 3. And finishes with the left hand in the lane, ties things up at 51, and Coach James will take a 30-second timeout. Talk things over, maybe show him a little different look here or something, but got to place the defense and score here, Scott.
For sure. I can't remember. I know last year Renette had a great game here at Metamora. What remember? What was the score of that game? I don't remember the score, but I know it was really close. I mean, it was like a 4 or 5 point game.
They gave us a heck of a run here, and just kind of caught us by surprise. Renette was a freshman, and just like came out of nowhere, you know. So yeah, another tough game here out of Dunlap. Deputy Gymnasium.
Brady Jones checks back into the Redbird lineup.
Burnett guarded by Vasquez. Gibbs now guarded by Bourne. Dunlap being awful patient here, and I hate to say it. I mean, they may be comfortable to hold this for one. Crazy as that sounds, Scott.
Yeah, because that's a minute 42 to go in this ball game.
You know, if you can hold the ball that long and have a chance to either win or go into overtime, not a bad situation here on the road. Farmer now gets into the lane, kicks it out to Jordan for three. Jones with the rebound, gets double team, gets the ball over to Koch. He'll get fouled on the pass. It'll be Metamora to inbound.
That was a man rebound there. Brady Jones was really up there.
Guide for that ball. Had great position.
Now we got to be smart ourselves.
Redbirds have to take care of it here. Minute 20. Things are tied up at 51. Dunlap still in the press. Possibly looking to double team when things get close, and there it is. Morrison now dribbles through it, gets it out to Koch. Over to Vasquez, over to Morrison, back to Vasquez, now to Jones. Minute on the clock. Over to Bourne, to Morrison. To Koch for three. Off the front. Gibbs with the rebound. Out to Jordan. Ball gets tipped out of bounds off of Bourne. Dunlap to inbound with 46 seconds to go. And now the Dunlap coach will take a timeout here.
I thought Sam had that. It looked right. It was short.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay, Coach Julius is changing it to a full timeout here for Dunlap. So, sorry, he's going to draw some things up here. So you can almost see in the huddle here, Scott, see what he's going to do. But
Metamora's got to play some defense now.
I got it. I mean, do you hold it for one here if you can? I mean, now also Metamora's got 2 fouls to give here. You know what I mean? So, you don't want to hold it too long. Right? I mean, you've seen that movie before, from the Redbirds. So, what do you do here?
If you're Metamora, well, you've got to play some great defense. And you've almost, like you said, you've got a couple fouls to give. You're going to have to foul them before they start shooting. If you're beat, foul them.
You got to foul them on the floor, absolutely. But, maybe you double team the ball, try to get them to pick it up, try to get a steal. The Redbirds come out. Same group: Vasquez, Morrison, Bourne, Koch, and Jones. For Dunlap, you've got Farmer, Gibbs, Jordan, Steffen, and Redette. And Koch gets a tip, goes out of bounds to Dunlap.
Bourne that knocked it out, but man, he's just about got that.
Great opportunity there. Dunlap to inbound with 40.5 seconds. Ball goes into Redette. They look to set the double team. They double Jordan. And now Coach Julius and Dunlap will take a timeout here. And Redbirds are looking to double team and try to pick off the pass, get a deflection. So I love it. That's a good look for us defensively.
Yeah.
Especially against a team that wants to hold it for one. You know what I mean? They're just not playing as aggressive. So
that might be a mistake for them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's kind of like playing the prevent defense on offense, right? If that makes sense at all.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, you get out of your aggressive patterns of behavior, and it gets difficult to control the ball and control the pace of this game. So I like what the Redbirds defense, keep double teaming, getting them to pick up that ball. Everybody cheats a little bit. You're looking for that high pass that you can get underneath and get a steal. Call a timeout, get something set up. Hope Dunlap doesn't do the same thing to you. Right?
They've only got one timeout left.
Yeah. So 35.1 on the clock. All tied up at 51. Dunlap to inbound.
Who's going to make a play for Metamora?
Well, I think you got to have a deflection and a recovery here. And then, I don't know if you go score right away or if you hold it. We'll see what coach got them instructed to do. So we double team Redette. Get him to pick it up. There's the pass. And now Morrison gives the foul out front. 28.8.
Only our third foul. Got another one to give.
Ball goes into Jordan. Gets it over to Redette. Out of Farmer. Put the double team on him. Still got his dribble. Hands it off to Gibbs. Ball gets tipped. Recovered by Redette.
Oh, he stepped him over
steps on the half-court line. And now the other official has a foul on the other side. And so we had conflicting calls, and the far official overruled the close official, and so they call a foul. Goes against Vasquez, I believe. And so that'll be the fourth foul on the Redbirds. So the next foul, Dunlap will be shooting. And so that's Vasquez's third foul with 14.6. Things all tied up here. And Dunlap to inbound. Ball goes into Jordan. Guarded by Vasquez. Over to Farmer. Guarded by Jones. Now to Redette. And
1.1 seconds.
Timeout for Dunlap with 1.1. And now they're going to put a little bit of time on the clock.
And Cam Beekman comes in for the Redbirds, trying to guard the guy out of bounds.
Yeah, make that pass, that inbound pass, a little more difficult because he's got to hold his spot, and they'll be inbounding from
2 seconds on the clock.
Half court. So 2 seconds to go here. Dunlap has no timeout. Wow, Scotty, we got a burn here.
You just can't foul him because they're going to try and catch it, shoot it. Just can't foul him.
Yeah, and they've got time for, maybe one bounce and a shot. So you got Jones and Beekman in there. Hopefully that avoids the lob pass into the lane. And now Metamora takes the timeout. Full timeout here, just kind of seeing what Dunlap was set up in and seeing how they want to defend it. The chess match, Scott. 2 seconds to go on the clock here.
And I like our chances with Coach Dan.
Yeah, he is unbelievable in the game situations. I think they work on these things in practice all the time. So. Well, we were close there, when Redette stepped on the center line. We almost had the over and back call there. We almost had the turnover. So, I had some deflections here. I mean, we're chomping at the bit here. So Steffen inbound for Dunlap, who's guarded by Beekman.
That's a good job. Put the big guy on the guy.
Gibbs and Farmer down on the block. Gibbs gets a little backdoor cut. Ball goes up to Farmer. Bounces, travels.
He travels!
And so, with 0.3 seconds on the clock, Metamora will get the ball, and Coach Dame is asking about clock to see if there was any extra time that ticked off there. The officials are conferring, again, just to make sure that the clock is accurate. But so they are moving the clock to 1 second. So, excellent inquiry by Coach Dane. So we'll have time to catch and shoot here. I don't think you have time for a bounce.
Metamora will take full timeout. Take the full timeout.
Yep.
You got to get Sam Koch in the game too.
Yeah,
right?
Sam Koch checked into the game.
Biddy, I did.
Yep, he did. He replaces Beekman. Well, Scott,
I mean,
what's the play? What are you going to do?
Get the ball to Sam Koch and let him chuck it.
I like it. You know, or you go up to Jones. You throw it up high, let Jones go up and get it, and just pop up and shoot. You know what I mean? You know, you throw it down by the rim somewhere.
Or chuck it up near the rim and let him go and dip it in.
LAU done. All right, set a little back screen and double pick.
And the worst thing that can happen is go overtime.
That's right. That's right. You got nothing to lose. But you're right. You don't want to put it in the middle of the quarter where they can pick it up and launch one. But, you know, you set a little back screen for Brady Jones. Just throw it up by the rim. Now, they've got their big guy on Morrison here, so to try to avoid a real accurate pass. Now, scores table is sending a buzzer here, and they have a question. Okay, they're ready to go. Just making sure. Morrison to inbound. Ball goes to Bourne, up high for three. Oh, it's a little short, and we have overtime. 51 all here at Stepney Gymnasium. And we've got a streak on the line here, Scott. What's our streak up to now?
I think this will be 52.
Wow. Well, you got to give credit to Dunlap here, you know, coming in here on the road and just grinding away. And their defense has been unbelievable. And offensively, they've gotten to the rim better than really anybody this year, honestly, you know. Those little angle drives, you know, hasn't allowed us to get help. And a lot of times when a team drives like that, you know, we can get help on the backside, try to draw a charge. And they kind of get that ball almost to the elbow where it's so quick in there that we don't have time to get somebody set up to help on that drive, you know. So they're running that little flex offense. And we used to run that in high school. I love that offense, to be honest with you. But it creates that little short elbow drive. Awful difficult to get help in there.
So they have to jump this again, don't they?
Yeah, yep. We got a new game here with 4 minutes. So Redbirds, Vasquez has 3 fouls for Dunlap.
Wait a second, what? Why aren't they jumping?
Yeah, they're going to jump it.
Oh, okay.
Here they go. But for Dunlap, you've got 3 guys. You've got Burnett and Gibbs and Steffen, all with 3 fouls. And Jones controls the tip. Gets the ball to Vasquez. Over to Morrison. Now to Jones. Reverses it over to Vasquez. Up to Koch. Now Bourne in the high post. Back door to Brady Jones. gets blocked by Farmer and recovers it. What an athletic play by Farmer there. Wow. Gibbs in a high post. Back out to Farmer. Over to Jordan. Guarded by Morrison. Dunlap kind of running a little 5 out here. Gibbs gets in the paint, spins, high up the glass, rebound by Koch. To Vasquez. Double team, reverses it over to Morrison down the middle. And gets fouled by Farmer, and that'll put Morrison to the line to shoot 2.
Metamora did a nice job attacking the basket there.
Second foul on Farmer.
Oh, got it.
Morrison gives the Birds a 1-point lead here. 2:49 in overtime, has a chance to extend it to 2. Off the rim, ball's up, and Morrison gets his own rebound. Out to Jones, over to Koch. Back to Jones. To Morrison. Ball goes in the high post, gets picked off. Jones now recovers the loose ball. Over to Vasquez. Back down to Jones.
Oh, man, he takes one more dribble, and he's got a layup.
Vasquez gets the handoff. Gets the screen from Bourne. Now a screen from Koch. Over to Jones. Back to Koch. Down the lane with the Euro step. It just won't fall. And now the ball gets knocked out. Recovered by Bourne. It's just a little too high for Jones to handle. And that'll be Dunlap to inbound. Wow, we had opportunities there. It's kind of the way it's gone today for us. Just not as clean as we like to see it.
You're not always going to have a Picasso.
Farmer gets downhill and gives the charge. Yeah, Morrison picks up the charge on Farmer. What a defensive play.
That was pretty cut and dry there.
Wow. Outstanding. You know, and he came from a little further away so we could get help down in there. So excellent job by Morrison. Morrison guarded by Jordan. Gets it to Jones, over to Koch.
So nice when you have your 6'6" big guy that can handle the ball.
Yeah. Hands it off to Vasquez. Now to Morrison. Morrison guarded by Jordan. Gets it over to Bourne. A lot of contact there. No charge back door to Morrison. To Jones with a reverse layup. Redbirds up by 3 with 1:22 to go in overtime. Gibbs now kicks it out. Steffen for 3 off the front. Vasquez with the rebound. And now Renette puts pressure on Vasquez. And they're going to call Vasquez for a travel, which, wow, that was that's an interesting call.
I did not see that.
Minute to go here. Redbirds up by 3. Renette's got it against Vasquez. Farmer now, guarded by Jones. Gets the screen from Gibbs. Nice job by Morrison to rotate up. Morrison now with Gibbs on him. Guard Gibbs. Gibbs, little hook shot under Morrison with the rebound. Up to Vasquez. The left hand and gets taken out by 2 guys. Let's see where the foul's going to go. But boy, that was a football play right there. Eli, what do you think about that one?
You know, it's a Friday night in the middle of the night, right? You don't expect anything else.
You calling that a first down or what? I mean, man.
And a Warrior, Logan Vasquez, Gets fouled, goes to the line.
And you know that ankle's bothering him. And he's just fighting through it right now. You know, you see him trip up here in the front court, you know, guard Burnett. Yeah, you know. Vasquez, big heart on that kid.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. And that makes it a two-possession game here. 35 seconds to go in overtime. Second one bounces. Gibbs with the rebound out to Farmer. Up the sideline, guarded by Jones. Gets in the lane, kicks it out to Jordan for three. And it's good. And now Dunlap will take a timeout here. 26.4 on the clock. In overtime, down by one. What a game, fellas. What a game.
That guy was probably the one you couldn't lose there, right? Wide open in the corner.
You know, and I don't think he's made one yet. He's taken a few threes, but hasn't made one yet. But you're right, it's the backside of the defense. But you got to give up something when you're giving help on these drivers. You know.
That was Jordan that hit that.
Yeah, that was Jordan out of the corner. And Jordan now with 12.
You just got to be strong with the ball and hit free throws.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you know you're going to get fouled here at some point. They're in the penalty, so that'll send us to the line to shoot two. But you know, if you're Dunlap, you're trying to double team the ball again and try to get the ball in her hand and try to steal that pass. So you know you got to raise up and make strong passes. You can't get away with a bounce pass. It's got to be an overhead pass over the defense, delivered on time and accurate. Redbirds line up, 4 men across the free throw line here. Ball goes to Vasquez, gets double teamed, dribbles out of it, reverses to Koch. Koch now gets fouled by Farmer out top with 19.6. Sam Koch goes to the line to shoot two. That's the fourth on Farmer.
Sam Koch has got to make those.
Yeah, we got to put these in. You said it earlier, Scott. These free throws are critical right now. First one doesn't go.
Got him. That's a big one.
2-point lead for the Redbirds here. 19 seconds to go in overtime. Farmer, guarded by Jones, gets a screen from Gibbs and from Burnett. Burnett now, guarded by Vasquez. Drives down the lane, left hand layup, falls in to tie things up. 2 seconds on the clock. Morrison from half court. No shot. Double overtime here at Pepsi Gymnasium. Wow. Where's the nitroglycerin, Scott? My goodness.
After that Morton game, they didn't even make me a double overtime or triple overtime bunt. I don't even know what to do up here.
We're going to have to modify the software here to account for some of these games here. My goodness. Well, I mean, we've seen it all here tonight. I mean, these guys are going at each other. Hitting big shots. What do you do here in overtime, Scotty? What do you think?
Well, I think you just got to be patient, work the ball around, run the clock, and get a good shot. You just got to make some baskets. And again, you got to be strong with the ball.
You got to take care of it. I got to believe they're going to continue to double team us. You got to meet the pass. You got to deliver that two-handed overhead pass, jump up over the defense.
And be smart.
Yeah, got a ball fake. All the little fundamentals come into play right now. These guys are exhausted. They've been out here going at it now for 36 minutes, be 40 minutes at the end of this period. Jones controls the tip and
got more ball. Yeah, he was moving while the ball went up in the air.
I don't know if he left the circle or
Yeah,
something happened there. But you're right, he's supposed to stay set on the circle. So Metamora to inbound here. Ball goes into Koch. Started by Jordan, gets a double team. Ball goes up to Morrison, half court. Ball goes reverse to Jones, to Koch. Back to Jones, over to Morrison. Koch drives in the lane, little floater, just rattles out. My goodness, that ball was down and came back out. Up to Jordan on the fast break, puts the layup in, and he'll pick up the foul. Jordan will go to the line for one. That's Bourne's first foul of the contest. You gotta love Bourne's hustle on that. You know, he's trying to get back to save the layup.
We just can't buy a basket. I mean, they make their free throws.
Jordan hits his free throw. Dunlap up by 3. 3.5 to go here.
Just get a bucket.
Overtime. Yep.
Get a bucket.
Just work the ball, get a bucket. Absolutely. Koch out front. Started by Stephan. Vasquez for 3. Just rattles out. Bourne now with the rebound. Off the front. Gibbs with the rebound. Gets it out. Coach James asking for some pressure. Farmer now has it. To Renette. Up to Farmer. Over to Jordan. To Farmer. To Renette. Over to Jordan. And the ball goes out of bounds off Jordan's hand. So a beneficial play here for the Redbirds. Now we just have to convert. Koch to inbound. Gets it into Vasquez. Guarded by Renette. Ball gets tipped. Nice catch by Koch. Morrison thought about the 3. Picks up a screen from Vasquez. Drives baseline. Step back 3. But he traveled.
Was that a travel?
Yeah, he did take an extra step there. He picked it up and
But doesn't everybody do that?
And now a travel from Gibbs. So Metamora gets the ball back. Got a game of fundamentals going on here, Scott.
We had stolen the ball anyway.
Yeah, I thought we had a good shot at it. Koch to inbound. Ball goes into Jones. Over to Vasquez. Started by Gibbs. Koch instead of screen. Pops out to the corner. Back to Vasquez. Back to Koch. Koch for 3. Off the front. And Jordan gets the rebound. He gets fouled by Morrison. So that'll put Jordan to the line to shoot 2. So Jordan with a chance here to make this a 2-possession game.
Brady, we just can't buy a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, that ball has been down in the cylinder and rattled out several times here. Jordan misses the first one. A lot of time left, Scott. 2.5 minutes, 2:20. A lot of time here. Second one rattles out. Dunlap gets the rebound. Stephan secures the rebound for him, gets it back. Now we're double teaming. Gibbs comes up with the cross-court pass. Redbirds double teaming here. Farmer has it. This is to Gibbs. To Stephan. To Gibbs. To Farmer. To Renette. To Jordan. Back out to Renette. Reverses it. Gets a deflection from Koch to Jones. Out to Vasquez. Koch for three. Jones with the rebound. Gets fouled on the putback, so that'll put Jones to the line to shoot two.
I like the shot that Sam's taking. He just can't buy a bucket.
It's just, yeah, I mean, we might have to change ends, you know. Next game, we might have to start shooting at the loose rim for the second half. What do you think, Scott? I don't know. Get maintenance to change these rims, right? We're going to have to talk about this after the game. I don't know.
That's a big foul out for Dunlap. Gibbs fouls out.
Gibbs is out of the game. That is big. Jones. This is the first. And the second. Farmer with the rebound. Ball's up to Renette. Farmer down the middle, and the layup goes in. Dunlap's up by 5 with a minute 23 to go here. 2-possession game. And yeah, I mean, that ball just will not find its way inside the rim for the Redbirds here.
We haven't scored yet. Wait. If we scored this.
What was it? It was 54 all. I think we've got a 2, don't we? I think. Still a lot of time. We've got a minute 23. Coach Dame's known to extend games, right?
For sure. But now we're down 5.
Yeah, it's a 2-possession game, but you know we've got 3-point shooters. We've been hitting the boards pretty well today. So
is Rick Busey hurt?
I don't know. I don't know. He's got the tape on his finger. I don't know.
Oh, he's got that broken finger on his shooting hand. He's got a broken finger.
Got a broken finger, so yeah, maybe that's keeping him out. Not as comfortable from 3. So again, minute 23 to go here. Redbirds down by 5. Inbounding. Full court here. Ball goes to Koch. Started by Stephan. Out of Vasquez. Started by Renette. Over to Morrison. To Koch. To Morrison for 3. And it doesn't go in. Brady Jones for the rebound and putback. And now Coach James calls a timeout here. The minute 6 to go. Redbirds down by 3. Brady Jones now has 16 for the Birds. Followed by Bourne with 10. And Koch with 8. And Morrison, I guess, has 9. Just that. So we got we just got to get them to pick the ball up. We got to steal the pass or deflect that pass. You know, that's got to be the formula here.
And that 3-pointer before that looked right on.
Yeah, it looked great. So, I mean, it's been a gritty game. We had to work for everything we've gotten here, every score. You know, how many times have we had 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession tonight? Multiple times. I mean, you got to dig deep and just grind this one out, Scotty. You're telling me we got a chance.
Got a shot.
Right? Redbirds come out, little 1-2-2 press here. Stephan to inbound for Dunlap. Ball goes into Renette. And there's the tip by Morrison, recovered by Koch. The Bourne down in the paint, steps through. 1-point game. There it is. Trap on Farmer. Farmer down the middle. Farmer gets the charge. And that's Morrison with his second charge in the steak dinner. and the Redbirds will have the ball down by 1 with 48 seconds to go. And Farmer fouls out of the game. That's huge. Wow. Morrison with the tip. Draws the charge. Wow, he's played some big minutes tonight. Full court pressure by Dunlap again. Ball goes in. It's deflected off of Jordan's leg. And Dunlap recovers. Dunlap does not have to shoot, so they foul Steffen out top. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Again, a lot of time here. 36 seconds to go. Foul goes against Morrison. That'll be his 4th. Puts the first one in.
Yeah, they've made a lot of free throws, Randy. They've made a lot of free throws.
Mishner now comes into the game. He replaces Scholl. Yeah, they've done pretty well from the line tonight. So 3-point lead for Dunlap. 30 seconds. Brady Jones has the ball, takes it right down the middle, gets the layup. 1-point game with 24 seconds on the clock. Jones with 18 now for the Redbirds. A lot of time. Redbirds are out of timeout. Dunlap has 1. Scott, I'm worried about your blood pressure right now, buddy. Doing all right? And Mike, is Dave Hall here? Do we need to get the medical staff to check you guys out here before they inbound this ball here?
Yes.
Wow, this is high school basketball on a Friday night. What else can you ask for? I think everybody's got their $5 worth tonight. You know? Eli, what do you think, buddy?
I think we should start coming around and maybe take extra admission. Make everybody pay to stay.
Jack goes
Get to that point.
Past the hat in overtime, you know.
Right.
I don't know if these officials are getting any extra money from the crowd, but, you know, we'll see, right? The band is hung in there to the end. You got to love it, you know.
You got to come up with one more steal, Randy. One more steal.
We got the deflection and the steal here. Very capable. Redbirds like a little man press, maybe looking to pick off. Trap, there it is. Steffen has it. Double team. And Morrison's going to get called for his 5th on the reach. So Redbirds will have to sub him out. And that puts Max Scholl, 5'11", sophomore guard, to the line to shoot 2. Looks like Ashton Taylor to get the nod here to come in the game for Morrison. And yeah, Busey must be hurt or something because
he's got that broken pinky.
Yeah,
but he played the first half and he was fine.
Yeah, but he might have got aggravated. First free throw misses. And now Dunlap will take their final timeout with 18.1 here.
Well, Randy,
up by 1.
Even if they make it, we got a shot.
Yeah. You know, what you can't have is you can't have a miss it and miss the rebound. You've got to have the rebound.
Yep, got to get the rebound.
We gave up an offensive rebound on a free throw here. You know, I think in the first overtime, and you just can't have that. So, all the little fundamentals, all the little things we learned in mini basketball come into play right here, right now. You know, we saw the travels and the missed free throws and all the little things. You know, basketball is a game of mistakes. I mean, that's just what it is, right? You know, you got to have a short memory. Got to get right back out there and make it happen. You miss a shot, you got to be ready to go again, right? Scholl steps up to the line to attempt the second. Dunlap's got a sub lined up here. That way they get set their defense set. And he misses the second. Jones with the rebound, gets it over to Koch. 15 seconds on the clock. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds to Metamora. Now a substitution. We've got Sam Hort.
Wow. Did we catch a break there?
I don't know. Maybe.
We catch a break, Eli?
We need one. We need one. Ball goes into Vasquez. 11 seconds, down to 10. Bourne with it, 5 seconds. Vasquez for 3. Misses. Out of bounds. Dunlap ball. I don't know if that ball was tipped.
Oh, Randy.
Hard to say. So 1.4. Dunlap to inbound. Ball goes long to Renette. And that'll do it. Redbird. Who's here at home in the streak. 62-63 to Dunlap by 1. So you got to give credit to Dunlap here. I mean, a heck of an effort. They came out, they played defense, they drove the ball hard to the rim, made their free throws. They did all the little things that it takes to win a game like this on the road. So we'll be back with an interview with Coach Dane.
Zobrist Insurance, your total insurance solution.
Hi, Tom. Hey, how's the college visit? You remembered. It's good. Does it make the short list? Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
Germantown Grill, where our staff loves the game as much as you do. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever your sport, we'll be cheering right along as we serve up your hometown favorites. We've got everything you need to celebrate the wins. Food and flavors to satisfy any craving. Plus, the best private gaming around, powered by Gold Rush Gaming, the gold standard in video gaming. Only at Germantown Grill in Germantown Hills.
Welcome to Kaufman Wellness Center.
I have struggled with back pain for many years. I've only had 7 decompression treatments, but I have already seen a huge improvement.
Throughout working and sports injuries and that type of thing, my body's been abused for well over.
Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dame. Coach, well, that's a tough one. Kids played hard, though. You had
No, they didn't. No, we played dumb all night. That's what we played like we practiced this week. We had a really bad week of practice. We were lazy. We had no effort. We had no talk. And that's what happens. We had carryover.
Yeah, that's you had a couple chances to win the ball game in regulation, and then in the first overtime, and things just didn't go your way. It didn't seem like there was stretches where it looked like there was a cover over the basket.
Yeah, we played. That's what happens when guys don't get in the gym. Guys don't put in extra time. The coaches are going to continue to put in hours and hours and hours. We just need other guys to work on their free throws a little bit more. There's only so much time in practice that we can shoot free throws and shoot threes. Guys got to get in the gym outside of our actual practice. Everybody practices. Every team practices. We got to do a better job of staying a little bit after, coming in a little bit early, and putting in a little bit more effort.
Coach, you look at this game, just the physicality of it. You know what I mean? There were times when we get there in the lane. I thought our offensive rebounding looked good. There were times we had 3 offensive rebounds, but we still didn't come in with a score, with a bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just finishing in those moments down in the paint. I kind of look at it's almost like you want to get the football pads out and just say, all right, guys, we're going to hit them with football pads to get them to finish in the paint in that kind of pressure and that kind of environment. You know what I mean? We just got to get a little stronger in there.
Yep, for sure. Just got to finish better. Both teams. I think Dunlap might have missed more layups than we did tonight. Just got to play better. We beat ourselves tonight. We have no excuses. Was the game incredibly? The calls were incredibly uncharacteristic tonight. You had no idea what was a foul. There was a touch foul, and then we got hammered on several layups, no call. It was very inconsistent all night, but that's how Central Illinois basketball is. I'm excited to get back to Moline and get out of this area for a game.
Yeah, that's the one good thing is you don't have to wait a long time. You can go right back at it on Monday night over in Moline. I'm sure your kids will come back out and have a different effort Friday or Monday.
I hope so. That was what our guys were doing all night.
A game like this, and I don't want to say this, we are young, right?
They're just as young as us. That's no excuse, though.
They
played a bunch of sophomores and juniors all night, just like us. We can't give them an excuse. We played horrible. We played bad. We couldn't guard anybody. We made a kid look like an all-stater who's made 0 threes coming in. Made his first 3 of the year. We just couldn't guard him. They just kept going to the basket over and over and over, and nobody wanted to play defense.
Well, on that little flex offense, it's like they get the ball at the elbow, and they're cutting down that, and it's just hard to get a guy over there in position to help and draw a charge. Now, Morrison did a nice job. Morrison gets a steak dinner out of this thing. Right?
That was probably the worst call of the whole night. That was not a charge at the end there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. They gave us every chance. Every turnover right here, turnover down there. Charge. They kept giving us chances. We just didn't want to take it.
Coach, you go to 13-6.
Yep.
But like I said, you have a chance to rebound again on Monday night, and that's the good thing about basketball. You can come right back and play.
Yeah, we better because Moline, Washington, Yorkville Christian, Morton. This could be 5 losses in a row if we don't get better. And then there's Canton, who've already beat us. Could be 6 in a row. Springfield, who's a good team, who's beaten Washington. Could be 7 losses in a row if we don't figure some things out.
Well, Coach, I know you'll have the kids ready to go Monday night. We'll let you go here.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be better.
Thanks.
That'll do it for Metamora. Redbirds lose a tough one in double overtime. I want to thank Jonathan Stolberg, the sideline camera, Randy Begol, our broadcast partner, Mike Kerker on the camera, and Eli Young up as the producer. We'll see you Monday evening from Moline.